Yeah, so next comedian is also our second to last comedian, and he told me to tell you, like, he's a real collector's edition. Please give it up for 90s Mike!
Cool. So I got my cheat sheet, 'cause I didn't do my homework, but it's life. So, talking about food, because food, you know, just saying. People often wonder, they're like, hey Mike, what's your favorite food? Then I always go to pizza, but nobody asks what's the tastiest food that you've eaten. And that is the food when you're half passed out drunk. That is the best food that you've eaten. If you go and recollect everything that you've ever eaten in your life, and they go like, what's the tastiest food that you've eaten? And they go like, oh, mom's jams, it was great. Right? And you go like, oh yes, the delicious taste of childhood. Fuck that. The best food that you've ever had is when you're half drooling, half trying to look like you're sober, and you go like, yeah, sure, let's go, I can party. Yeah, fuck that, yeah. Right? And then you're like, oh, it's like 3 a.m., do you want to eat something? Yeah, what are you gonna eat? Always the answer is kebab. Most of the people there, even if they're vegetarians, at that point in life, it's 3 a.m., they're fucked, they're gonna go, yeah, kebab, sure. Do they have like falafel kebab? No, fuck it, it's cheap day. It's cheap day, right? Let's eat some pig, whatever, right? So then you go, and you eat it, and then you just like, you're sitting there in line, hoping that you actually get a kebab, because technically you could get a hot dog. You won't know at that point. You're just like, you'll be like, fuck, there's gonna be some meat. Yeah, and I'm not talking about that meat in your mouth, just like prepared meat. So, you know, you're like waiting there in line, you know, they give you the kebab, and you start eating it, and you're like, oh, fuck. I'm like, this is what my life has come to. I'm like, ah. And you feel the raw, tasty meat and like the sauces and shit, and then you start crying and you realize, what are you doing? What is your life? It's 3 a.m. All of this shit is gonna go down. You're gonna feel it for the rest of your life. And you go like, fuck, this is 20 miles in biking tomorrow, no. And you go, but it tastes so good. And then you just shove it down. And then, I mean, that's food. So anybody that says anything else apart from that, they're definitely lying or not thinking of the tastiest food. Just the food that they like the most. So, to go into my stand-up, I'd like to talk to you about games. So I'm a big fan of games. I've been playing games since I was a kid, you know? Like hide and seek, still looking for my dad. No, I'm kidding. that was an old one, but you know, it's just there. I had to do it. It's cheap. You guys laughed, it's your fault. It's funny. So, games, right. I love how games have an impact on society, right? So when you're a kid, you play a lot of games, you love games, you're like, yeah, let's play something. Oh, I know, let's play Tag, you're it. And then you grow up and it's exactly the same game, but hey, you have an STD. It's like, it really changes a lot, but it still keeps the same principle, you know? Shit. But, you know, it's kind of it. And then you have that beautiful thing with, used to have this game called Country, Give Us Soldiers. And then you have like a line of people holding hands, and you shout out a name of a weak person, and you go like, yeah, Joffrey. And then he has to run and kind of break the chain, and if he doesn't, he fails. That's basically headhunting for HR. It's just the same principle. It just fucking launches and fails. But you know, life. Let's see, some other game that I had on this thing. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Have you guys ever played the card game called Bullshit? Yeah? No, so basically, so you said no, so basically the game is like this. You kind of say what you have in your hand, and you pretend that it's that. You go like, yeah, I have 2 aces. If you're drunk, I have 2 aces of spades. But it's basically right, and the other person has to look at you and say bullshit if they think you lied. And if you lied, you pick up the cards. That, guess what, it turns up into adulthood. Honey, I have a headache tonight, I can't. The problem is you can't really call bullshit on that. Only during you're like, oh, okay, that's okay, honey. And that's basically adulthood. Yeah. Then of course you have one of the unpopular games, which when you're a kid, you get like this plastic gun and you go duck, duck, goose. That didn't work out so well in schools, so that game kind of died off. Okay, only dark crowd right there. So.
Only the Americans did that. Sorry.
That's true.
No, I think the Europeans. No, I'm not gonna go do that. No. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, that's dark. Okay. Cool. So basically, all of that is now useless. Cool. So. The thing is, traveling. Traveling is one of my biggest fears, but about the randomness of traveling. So when you go on a plane, you have a 50-50 chance. I mean, statistically, you don't have a 50-50 chance. You have like 1 in a billion trillion that something bad's gonna happen. But literally, you either get in on the plane and get off, or you don't. But the main fact of it is, right, the thing that I'm scared the most is not actually the plane crashing, is me getting seated next to an old lady. It's fucking crazy, right? It's just an old lady. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong could happen, but to me it can. Right? I'd be in the middle, she'd be in the aisle seat, right? And she'd be looking at me and going like, "Hi, you're lovely. What nationality are you?" And then I'd be like, "Oh, this and that." And then we start talking, and all of a sudden she goes, "Ha The question is, right, then you have a dead person next to you for 2 hours, right? And it's super awkward, and then it's like, what do you do? I mean, I know what I would do, but I'm fucked up. So what are I'd probably, close the eyes and go like, I'd say like, "Prepuesto ti piace." It's like the only thing I know in Italian, which, but, or, would you like put her on your shoulders as she's sleeping? That's too dark. I mean, and at the same time, you should want to go pee. I mean, what do you do, right? You can't really like jolt over a corpse. It's really, planes, man. That's my biggest fear. But yeah. But cool. So I thought of this thing. I was Googling shit like I usually do. I use this Google service called StumbleUpon, and it just shows me nasty shit that nobody else wants to see, usually, or random stuff. So I actually pulled up some props. I have some images. Hopefully you guys can see them because they're off of Google, so stuff. And they're amazing inventions. So I don't know if you guys ever seen this, or if you can see it. Right, that's called a weight loss belt. So basically it's actually got numbers saying how fat or slim are you. All I could see this is as competition, baby. This is boys going out drinking beer going like, "Fuck yeah, 10 numbers, look at that, shit!" And then girls going like, "Okay, I'm gonna be anemic soon, fuck this." Right? So this invention, whoever made it, was sadistic. This is beautiful. I mean, just the sheer amount of it, and to think you need to pay money for this is free therapy. Free fucking therapy right here. Beautiful. And that's something that is out today in the world. I don't know where to buy this from, so I'm just gonna move on to the next. Next one is a beauty. This is called the working drinking flask for a functional alcoholic. I love it. It's basically like, I don't know, you can just drink at work without nobody catching you, unless they cannot smell you, like my uncle. Man, he was beautiful. He could dress in anything, but he would still smell like alcohol. Even to my sister's wedding. Very nice. Uncle, yes. And this would have been the perfect Christmas gift as well. Alcohol inside your tie. And the guy in the picture, because this is what they advertise do, he looks like he's going for some shit. He's like, this guy's going like, "Oh yeah, Terry, we had a good day at work." And then the other guy's going like, "Fuck this, I need vodka right now." And I was like, "Yeah, the meeting's scheduled for now." I'm like, fuck. It's beautiful. Next item on the list, child slave labor beauty. People can't have too many kids, and this is how they thought of it. Fuck, what if we put a mop on that kid? I was like, I think this is the way you get your man to say, oh baby, I want twins. Right? Fuck vacuum cleaning, right? It's just like a baby with a mop. Baby good, mop good, boom, money. I think they went out of business, but you know, who am I to judge? I would buy this. Not the child. Maybe. Okay, and the last item is the hug pillow. One of the most beautiful, sad things in my life. So the guy who actually designed this, if you can look at it, he was so far in the fucking friend zone, even the hug pillow doesn't touch her inappropriately. I mean, the hug pillow is the biggest gentleman ever. He's like slightly going, he's like, okay, are you comfortable? Yes. It's just beautiful. And imagine, that got mass produced. So there was some sad board that went like, yeah, I could see that, son. Yeah, my wife could use one. Yeah. Oh, that was great. Cool. So guys, I guess that was 7 minutes. So I'm gonna leave you at that. I've been Mike. This is beautiful. Have a lovely night. Enjoy Jack.
Keep it going to Malik.